Alrighty guys, last night's WWE pay-per-view Night of Champions, September 21st, 2014, the pay-per-view where every WWE Championship is on the line. So let's jump right into it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I was kind of live tweeting during the show. I was retweeting most of you guys. Most of you guys had the same reaction as me. So I just retweeted them, had some live tweeting myself. If you want to join me for live tweeting on next pay-per-view, please check out the description for all of the links where you can do so. Well, let's jump right into it. The opening match was the WWE Tag Team Championship match between the champions Usos defending against Goldust and Stardust. Stardust countered a top rope splash by getting his knees up, hitting his finisher, and scored the pin. So Gold and Stardust are now the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Now, Cody Rhodes, Stardust, I love the gimmick. I love how he plays the gimmick. Every single gimmick they give Cody, he's always outstanding with it. So, Goldust and Stardust are now the new Tag Team Champions. Now, who they will face next, I'm not sure. They most likely will carry on the feud with the Usos, maybe going into Hell in a Cell next month, but we just shall see. But Goldust and Stardust are the new Tag Team Champions, so I'm pretty excited to see what they could do there. Up next, we had the United States Championship match between Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus won with a back-and-forth match between himself and Cesaro. He was victorious with the Brogue Kick. So Sheamus put on a pretty solid match. Some of you guys were hating on Sheamus because that he is a bland United States champion. Well, if you thought that, hopefully after last night you think otherwise, because Sheamus really put on a match with Cesaro. Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler, the champion, going up against The Miz. Ziggler superkicked Sandow as Sandow was trying to distract Ziggler and was distracted long enough for Miz to roll him back with the roll-up and win the IC title. Florida Georgia Line Country Band was on color commentary and shoved Sandow around. That led R-Truth, R Ziggler, and Damien Sandow to run out of the arena, or out of the ringside area, and then towards the end of the match, Sandow came back and distracted Ziggler. So once again, The Miz is the new Intercontinental Champion. I don't know, it's pretty odd, because it's like back and forth, winning back and forth between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, but nonetheless, the new Intercontinental Champion is The Miz. We shall see what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw between The Miz and Ziggler, but this feud should also most likely go on for the next month. Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns because of forfeit, because of Roman Reigns' hernia surgery that you could catch the full update in the previous video on this channel. He then made an open challenge to anyone in the back, and on the Titantron, Dean Ambrose was in a taxi cab. Dean Ambrose arrived to the arena in a taxi. Ambrose came out. Ambrose and Rollins brawled until the authorities sent out some security guards. Dean Ambrose fought them off for the time being, but the authority got some more guards, and they tied up Ambrose's hands together and carried him away. So nonetheless, Dean Ambrose returned, got his retribution, got his revenge on Seth Rollins. So Dean Ambrose made his long-awaited return last night at Night of Champions. Rusev defeated Mark Henry with the Accolade. I'm really disappointed in that, because the whole thing with the national anthem by Lillian Garcia, Mark Henry getting emotional. Mark Henry really needs to win. Better yet, Rusev really needs to lose as soon as possible. I don't get the whole Rusev gimmick at all. I don't know what the big deal about him is. I don't know why he keeps winning. I don't know why he's undefeated. I just don't get it. But I don't know. He needs to be stopped soon. I mean, soon. But match of the night, in my opinion, was this next match, Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. Back and forth match. This was crazy. Two counts that I thought it was the end. But Randy Orton and Chris Jericho really put on a show last night at Night of Champions, and I really enjoyed watching the match. But nonetheless, Chris Jericho was going to jump off the top rope and got caught with Randy Orton's RKO. So Randy Orton was able to defeat Chris Jericho in Chris Jericho's last match in the WWE for the current time being. Chris Jericho apparently will be back earlier than some expect, but Randy Orton and Chris Jericho really put on a showing and a great match last night. Randy Orton even went for the punt at some point that we haven't seen in quite some time. Divas Championship match. AJ is now the new Divas Champion as she defeated Paige and Nikki Bella. AJ made Paige tap out to the Black Widow, become the new Divas Champion, 3-time Divas Champion. Main event time. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Cena hit Lesnar. Lesnar had the offense for the whole match, but in the latter part of the match anyway, Cena hit Lesnar with a couple blows to the nose that bloodied Lesnar's nose up a little bit. Cena also hit Lesnar with several attitude adjustments that Brock Lesnar was kicking out of one from, and had him in the STF for a long time. And every time Brock Lesnar was trying to get to the ropes, Brock Lesnar would get pulled back by Cena, and it was pretty awesome to see Cena have the upper hand like that, to pretty much just find a way to be able to get Brock Lesnar down. But right when that happened, right when Cena was going to make Brock Lesnar tap out, the Money in the Bank winner Seth Rollins interfered and attacked John Cena, hit him with the briefcase to draw a disqualification, having Cena be successful. Cena won the match, but Lesnar retained the belt. After the match, Rollins tried to cash in on Lesnar, hit a curb stomp on Lesnar, but Cena was able to fight Rollins off. The bell never rang again once again, so Seth Rollins still has the briefcase. Tried to cash it in, wasn't official yet, so Cena tried to stop Rollins, and he did. So Cena won. Lesnar kept the title. Lesnar hit an F5 on John Cena to close out the evening. So we have 3 new champions at Night of Champions, ladies and gentlemen. That being Goldust and Stardust, The Miz, and AJ. Randy Orton and Chris Jericho, match of the night in my opinion. And Brock Lesnar did lose to Cena, but Brock retained. So we shall see what happens tonight's Monday Night Raw, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Follow the links in the description below to stay tuned on all the news.